What's up everyone? Welcome to Trailer Spot. And today we will be talking about the best upcoming movies. Jumanji 4 producer hints at a great story idea in place for the franchise's long-awaited sequel. The still untitled Jumanji 4 is the third installment in the new trilogy, but technically the fourth Jumanji film, following the original film starring Robin Williams in 1995, which was based on the book of the same name. That adventure movie told the story of a brother and sister who play a board game set in the jungle that then magically comes to life and unleashes wild animals to wreak havoc in the real world. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, a sequel to Jumanji, released 22 years after the first film, and with a star-studded cast led by Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and Karen Gillan. The film was a surprise hit, and a second sequel, Jumanji: The Next Level, came soon after in 2019. The reboot film strayed from the original Jumanji book and film, instead telling the story of four high school friends who get drawn into a magical video game and must survive the game in order to escape. While a fourth installment has been announced, audiences have been hanging onto their seats since the last film, wondering when Jumanji 4 will happen. According to Collider, Jumanji producer Hiram Garcia confirms that a third film is indeed still in the works. He explained that the project has been put on hold temporarily due to the current schedule demands of both director Jake Kasdan and Dwayne Johnson, who have been busy working on upcoming holiday film Red One, set to come out in 2023. Garcia also reassures Jumanji fans that they have an exciting new concept in mind for the next installment of the highly successful reboot trilogy. Red Notice producers Beau Flynn and Hiram Garcia gave an exciting update about the status of the film's two upcoming sequels. In an interview with Collider, Flynn and Garcia give a positive update on the film sequels. While it doesn't seem like production is on the verge of kicking off, there is still plenty going on behind the scenes. Red Notice's producers seem very optimistic about the sequels, and they confirmed that development is well underway. With the scripts getting close to being finished, more details about the content of the sequel might also arise soon. So far, what is known is that the main trio, Reynolds, Johnson, and Godot, are expected to return for both sequels. The trio will be working together to pull off further heists, which may be complicated by the fact that they are all fugitives with red notices over their heads. Red Notice 2 will likely take off where the first film ended, which saw the trio eyeing the Louvre Museum in Paris. What they are after, and whether they can trust each other or not, remains to be seen. While Red Notice 3 will also likely follow the lead trio through further adventures, the plot likely won't be known until Red Notice 2 determines its direction. Marvel fans may be seeing Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4 in theaters, sooner rather than later. According to Cosmic Circus, Sony and Marvel Studios are reportedly in discussions to release Spider-Man's next solo Marvel Cinematic Universe adventure on July 12, 2024, which would place Spider-Man 4 near the end of Phase 5. While another MCU film, Thunderbolts, is currently set to release 2 weeks after that Spider-Man 4 date, Marvel has adjusted its release schedule in the past to fit in the web-slinger solo films, as Sony reportedly has the final say on when new Spider-Man films will hit theaters. A fourth Spider-Man film was confirmed to be in development in December 2021, with Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige promising fans that there will be no separation trauma like what happened after Far From Home, which saw Sony and Disney temporarily part ways after the two companies failed to come to agreements on a new deal. While plot details remain scarce, Spider-Man 4 is rumored to be a street-level story that could be set in the aftermath of Daredevil Born Again. Cosmic Circus has also stated that No Way Home's symbiote suit tease in the post-credits scene will not factor into Spider-Man 4, but will instead be saved for one of the two upcoming Avengers films. Sony chairman Tom Rothman has previously stated that he is hoping to reassemble the cast from the MCU's first Spider-Man trilogy for the next wave of Spider-Man films. However, Jacob Batalon, who stars as Peter Parker's best friend, Ned Leeds, in the MCU, recently explained that he is unsure if he will return for more web-slinging adventures. I feel like actors are the last people to know, I think that people assume that actors are always hiding secrets. I promise you, we don't know anything," he said in October 2022. But again, if it's the right place at the right time, with the right group of people that we've been with, I would say, why not? But other than that, whatever happens, happens. Really, those decisions are up to the big bosses, the people who sign the checks. We're open to the idea, but we're not hoping for it. Spider-Man 4 is one of the several Marvel movies Sony is currently developing for the big screen. The studio is in post-production on Kraven the Hunter, starring Taylor Johnson as the titular Spider-Man foe, and is in the final weeks of filming Madam Web, which is set to feature several spider-related characters. A third Venom film and El Muerto are also in the early stages of development. Sony's animation division is also putting the finishing touches on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the upcoming sequel to 2018's award-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The premiere dates for Teen Wolf the movie has officially been announced, and it's quite soon. This week, Paramount Plus announced the official release date of Teen Wolf the movie during a panel at New York Comic-Con. In the US and Canada, the film will premiere on January 26, 2023. This will be followed by a January 27, 2023 drop in the UK, Latin America, and Australia, with more international dates to follow. With just under a year remaining until it hits theaters, Pete Davidson and Michelle Yeoh have joined the cast for the upcoming film Transformers 7: Rise of the Beasts. The action-packed science fiction movie's release date was pushed back by almost a year, now releasing on June 9, 2023, rather than this past June. Set in 1994 Brooklyn, the live-action movie will continue to delve into the ongoing battle between Autobots and Decepticons, with a chaotic emergence of the factions Predacons, Terrorcons, and Maximals. The transformation of a renowned toy line transferring onto the silver screen means that fans get to enjoy their favorite Transformers brought to life by skilled actors. Former Hamilton and In the Heights star Anthony Ramos as the lead, who will play Noah, a military veteran who's a whiz with technology, and his family at the center of his heart. He is joined by Dominique Fishback, who will play the deuteragonist Elena, an artifact researcher. Transformers stalwart Peter Cullen will reprise his role as Optimus Prime, and now the roster is growing yet again, this time in the voiceover department. Stephen Caple Jr. has taken to Instagram to reveal 2 new cast members for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. In a behind-the-scenes video from a recording booth, the director revealed that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings Michelle Yeoh and the Suicide Squad's Pete Davidson are joining the film as Maximal Air Razor and Autobot Mirage. Marvel Studios is officially hitting pause on the Blade reboot following the departure of the director Bassam Tariq a few weeks ago. One of the projects that has been in the works at Marvel Studios since San Diego Comic-Con 2019, Kevin Feige announced at the event that Mahershala Ali was bringing the iconic vampire hunter to the MCU. It will be the first time since 2004 that the character has been featured on the big screen, following Wesley Snipes' portrayal in the original Blade trilogy. While Ali did a voice cameo in Eternals, he has yet to get the chance to play Blade on camera, and it wasn't until this year that Marvel Studios began to lay out plans for where the reboot would fall in Phase 5. Originally, Tariq was set to helm the film until he and Marvel Studios parted ways at the end of September, citing shifting production schedules as the cause. Despite his exit, the studio was aiming to find a new filmmaker to replace Tariq. However, it appears the Blade reboot is being pushed back, as Disney confirmed that Marvel Studios is pausing the film for the time being. While they are looking for a director, the studio has stopped pre-production on Blade prior to the expected November start date. Marvel Studios is reportedly looking to begin filming Blade in early 2023 to still meet their November release. X-Men 97 head writer Bo DeMayo is doing a rewrite of the Blade screenplay, taking over from Stacey Osei Kuffour. Just months after unveiling its calendar for the next few years, Marvel Studios has delayed 4 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies across Phase 5 and 6. The next few phases of the MCU are set to include both the return of familiar faces, as well as the introduction of fan-favorite characters to the franchise, including Mahershala Ali's Blade and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. It's all expected to culminate in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, the former of which is expected to see the various heroes face off against Jonathan Majors' Kang, though it may take longer than expected. The start of the multiverse saga, Phase 4 of the MCU, has been a generally rocky one in many audiences' eyes, with the likes of Disney Plus's She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, and Ms. Marvel receiving far more mixed reviews than other shows. Additionally, though both currently sit with fresh ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, both Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Thor: Love and Thunder were considered by both critics and audiences alike to be disappointing follow-ups. The past few months saw Marvel begin to build anticipation for the future, with release dates for major Phase 5 and 6, including Blade, Deadpool 3, and the next 2 Avengers movies. Though now, it appears audiences are going to have to wait a little longer for some of these projects. In a new release date update from Disney, Marvel Studios has officially delayed 4 MCU movies across Phases 5 and 6. Mahershala Ali's Blade has been delayed nearly a year from November 2023 to September 6, 2024, while Deadpool 3 has been pushed back to November 8, 2024, Fantastic Four, February 14, 2025, and Avengers: Secret Wars being pushed back to May 1, 2026. The Rock confirms that he will absolutely fight Superman in the DC Extended Universe after Black Adam. The DCEU began in 2013 with Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, but Dwayne Johnson has been trying to play Black Adam for even longer. Audiences are now only a few weeks away from finally seeing Black Adam, the final DC movie of 2022. It is here that Johnson makes his DCEU debut as Black Adam, alongside members of the Justice Society of America. Black Adam is confirmed to include connections to the wider cinematic universe, including a cameo from the Suicide Squad's Amanda Waller. There is also continued speculation that Black Adam will include, or at least reference, Superman. For nearly as long as Johnson has been attached to play Black Adam, the actor has hyped the potential big-screen encounter between him and Superman. The director teases of Superman and Black Adam meeting in the DCEU can be dated back to late 2016, when Cavill posted an image with Johnson teasing their excitement for the future. Johnson has done his part to repeatedly tease a Superman fight ever since then, including a more recent tease that he always listens to fans in response to Black Adam and Superman fan art. The Black Adam star even shaded the DCEU's mishandling of Superman and his long absence. As part of the Black Adam press tour, Johnson has once again been asked about a potential Superman fight during an interview with Cinema Blend. Due to the frequency of his teases, the outlet asks Johnson if he plans to make a movie where Black Adam and Superman fight. The Rock does not mince words in his response, stating that this is absolutely his intention. Furthermore, he suggests that a Superman and Black Adam encounter is one of the main reasons why a new era for the DCEU is about to begin. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.